there. And every time you need a regeneration, and 2017 might just see a new regeneration with the Singapore side introducing these young swimmers into the fray.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we've got a couple of swimmers that are 14, 15 and 16 years old, right? That's so impressive in terms of how the Singapore Swimming Association has really groomed this next generation of swimmers. So again, you know, I think Singapore is going to be really on top of this game, whether it's talking about the men swimmers or the women swimmers. They've got a very, very good pool that they can rely on.
So lane assignments right now, starting with Reina Saumi of Indonesia in lane number 1. They haven't won a gold medal, Indonesia, in this event since Anhvien Nasution won in 1991. So they have two side by side in lanes 1 and 2 to make sure that that drought is ended. Risa Dewi, who cracked a new national record at the Singapore National Championships for 17.92, her personal best this year. She's in 2. Natthanan Junkrajang, we were just talking about it. She was first in this event in 2011. She is in lane number 3. Nguyen Anhvien, 14 goals now. If she wins this, she was 26 at the Olympic Games and did not start at the World Championships because of the bug we were talking about. Nicole Justine Oliver, who actually cracked a new national record at the World Championships for 1923. She's in 5. Ammiga Himathongkom of Thailand is in lane number 6. She was 3rd in this event in 2015. Then Rachel Singh of Singapore, who was 6th in this event in 2015. She's in lane number 7. And Nguyen, the 14-year-old that we were talking about, who finished first in the Singapore National Age Group Champs with a personal best of 4:19.61, the first time she's ever gone below the 4:20 mark. She is in lane number 8. Risa Dewi has clocked very fast times this year. Oliver will be one to watch for the future. Future is now, though, in terms of Nguyen Anhvien and her pursuit of goal number 3. Remember, she's in lane number 4. Natthanan Junkrajang might want another medal because that'll put her up to 18 medals now and make her the most be-medaled Thai female swimmer if she wins a medal here. So Reina Saumi in lane number 1 for Indonesia. Lane number 2, Risa Dewi. Remember her national record, 4:17.92. She was also 3rd at the Islamic Solidarity Games earlier this year. Junkrajang of Thailand in 3. Nguyen Anhvien of Vietnam in lane number 4 turns first. She won this by 9.13 seconds in Singapore. You heard me right, 9.13 seconds. That's how much she won it by. The biggest winning margin since 1985 when Nurul Huda Abdullah beat Afira Nasution by 11.02 seconds. And Singapore haven't won this since Jocelyn Yeo did in 1995. Only 4 Singapore winners: Jocelyn, Junie Sung, Elaine Sung and Pat Chan. And hopefully Rachel Sung and Gan Hui will win it one day, maybe not this time out, but getting on the podium against what is a very, very experienced field might give a feel-good factor and probably give them some good memories to take in their pursuit of a medal in this event.
It is, but I mean, we're looking at Tien Van now. I mean, she's just taken this race out again very quickly. We could possibly see something, a repeat of what we saw in the 200-meter backstroke, right, where she's in a class of her own. Amazing. I mean, we're putting it at the third 50 of an 8-lap race, and she's really miles ahead of everybody else.
Her fastest time this year, 4:11.52. The next fastest in Southeast Asia is 6.4 seconds behind Nguyen Anhvien. That could end up to be the winning margin. She is slightly ahead of Oliver of the Philippines. The Philippines haven't won a gold medal, remember, since 1993 in women's swimming from Akiko Thompson. They won a bronze today earlier on thanks to Roxanne Yu, and it'll be good enough for them if they can actually get into the podium as well. Now keeping pace with Oliver at the moment is Himathongkom of Thailand, and Natthanan Junkrajang is actually in 5th spot, 3.16 seconds behind Nguyen Anhvien. Himathongkom will turn in 3rd spot. The 2 Singaporeans at the bottom of your screen, Rachel Singh and Gan Hui, at the moment turning in 7th and 8th. But Anhvien is just miles and miles away from the rest of the field, and she's just streaking away right now. As always, with her training in Indianapolis in the USA, trying to work the walls as much as possible, get that streamline and propulsion going. And in the 400 meters freestyle, it's something that she says that she is very interested in. for the rest of her career, along with the medley races. Now, just at 50 alone, she almost beat the field by a full second in just that 50 alone.
Look at her. I mean, she's just in a different class of her own. The third, again, similar to the 200 meter, where the third lap's the most important. In the 400 meter as well, where you see a lot of competitors make a move, is in the third 100, right? That's typically where a lot of swimmers either back off because they want to save the energy for the last 100, or they would make a move during the third 100. And we saw that Anhvien, even though she's in the lead, she actually extended it by quite a bit during that third lap.
That's another lap that's extended by a full second. She's just extending laps by a full second at the moment ahead of the rest of the field. My goodness, if she wins it, the next competitor might be 25 meters behind her, half the length of the pool. I won't be surprised by that, because that is the margin at the moment. Nguyen is totally way ahead. She's living in a totally different time zone now as compared to the rest of the field. Himathongkom turns in second spots, and Natthanan Junkrajang is trying to stay on the map of relevancy in terms of catching Nguyen, but surely she's too far behind against this Viet vessel as she continues to stream along effortlessly. At least she makes it look effortless from where we are. Anhvien will be winning, but I don't think it'll be good enough to crack her SEA Games record. She has won by another huge margin. The chasm between Vientiane and the rest of Southeast Asia, there for all to see, just 4.58 seconds ahead of second place. And I say just 4.58 seconds because in terms of Nguyen Vientiane's victories in the SEA Games, 4.58 seconds is probably just nipping it. That's a close race for Nguyen, 4.58.
I think the girl in lane 5, you spoke about her earlier, Nicole. I think she's very young, and we saw she made a very big mistake. I think she took it out too quickly. She tried to follow Anhvien over the first 100, first 150. Actually, the first 100, that's when she tried to follow it, and you saw that she really suffered for the second half of the race, right? I mean, here, we're watching the replay. This is the second lap. She's the one on the right of Anhvien, and she really tried to follow Anhvien. And I think, that's probably not what her coach wanted her to do, and she really hit the wall barely halfway into the race.
She certainly did. No one can follow Nguyen, so sometimes where you're in a 400 meters race with her, or even in the longer distances like 200 meters butterfly or 200 meters backstroke, I think it's best to stay as far away from Nguyen so that you don't have that ghost trail leaving the rest. It's almost like a carcass behind her, fighting for that silver medal, and the silver medal and bronze was won by Thailand. Himathongkom, Ammiga Himathongkom, and Natthanan Junkrajang, who picks up a bronze medal, just her second bronze medal at the SEA Games, and that makes 18 medals, which means